He's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see.
Hey everyone, I'm about to show you what you need when starting a small business. The first thing you're going to need is inventory. But what you don't want to do is buy too much inventory. You want to grow with your business and see how it is going before you buy too much. Next, we're going to talk about the packaging. I use bubble mailers. They were perfect for me. You may need a box depending on what you sell. The next thing you may need is little bags to put your products in. The next thing you might need is a business card or a thank you card. You want to thank the people who are supporting you. The next thing you need is fragile stickers. You know how people just throw packages. You want them to know that it's fragile no matter what it is. Another thing you might want is thank you stickers to put on the packaging. That's the basics, but I'm definitely going to make a YouTube video with small business tips, so stay tuned for that.
Do you want to start a business but don't know where to start? Well, just keep watching this video and in 10 steps, you're going to be a business pro. Most business owners charge people for giving their advice, but I don't blame them. Figuring out everything on my own was such a hard process. But I'm here today to hold your hand and guide you through everything you need to know about starting a business. All I ask in return is that you support my small business. Link in Instagram bio and this bio. Now get out some paper because you're going to want to take some notes. Step 1, know your business. Ask yourself, what do I want to sell? But always stay true to yourself. Don't let anyone tell you that's not going to work or nobody's going to buy that. You are the only person that gets to dictate what you want your business to be. Step 2, find a name, but do it legally. I live in Illinois, so I had to go to illinois.gov to look up to see if the name that I wanted for my business was taken. Next, send in an application to get your name into a corporation. This application costs about $50. Like for part 2.
Please do not listen to those people who are like, oh, it's so risky pursuing your dreams or starting a business. Please, they don't have the guts that you do. And remember, risk and fear are temporary, regrets are forever.
So you want to start a business, but you can't figure out if you want to be a sole proprietor or an LLC. Let's talk about it. I rate sole proprietors as sad faces because if you get sued, you're wide out in the open. Anyone that sues your business can sue you and take everything you have. Partnerships and corporations aren't going to be right for most people, so let's skip over to LLC. The LLC has a happy face rating. That means you're really well protected. Take a look at my little drawing. This guy has an LLC, and he's protected by it. This is how I draw LLCs, by the way. By forming an LLC, you're separating the company from yourself and your personal assets. That way, if it gets sued, you're safe. Please remember, these are entities, not tax statuses. Here's the question you need to ask your professional to figure out if these entities are right for you. Be good to feature you guys.
If you're planning on starting a business, make sure you do the proper research and create a business plan before you start. Once I decided on the product I was selling, I decided to create a business plan. Make sure you screenshot this so you can refer to it when you're creating your business plan. It's really important to conduct market research so you know whether your new product or service is going to be viable. During this step, you should also define your target audience. Without doing any market research, it's going to be very hard for you to move on to the next steps of your plan. That I did that I think is really important also is having a timeline for your launch. Work backwards from the estimated date, and if you're cutting it too close, maybe you should reconsider your launch date. When taking into account the business expenses, make sure you include the legal stuff. You'll need to register for an ABN or ACN depending whether you're going to be a sole trader or a company. And once you figure out your business name, you should check whether the domain name and social media handles will be available before registering with ASIC. Stay tuned for part 3. The next topic is brand identity.